Hi guys, this is Bon-Psy and Shauni here to give you a rundown of our latest tune, Blüm.
This thunderous applause can only drag you down, but don't you let go. I know
When I was writing Blüm, I was going on a lot of walks and generally just being a bit more observant of the things around me. I found myself on a few instances just watching flowers and kind of imagining their lifespan, like where they've started, where they're going to eventually end up. When Shauni added her vocals onto the tune, it kind of dawned on me that not only could this represent flowers but also just life in general, people, animal, everything really. I tried to embody this and have the middle sections represent various kind of emotional states that people would go through during their life. The cool thing about it is I think the song could be interpreted differently between different people, and depending on what they're going through in their life, it's always going to be different for each individual. And there's something about that I quite like. Everyone's going through their own life experience, and the way they interpret the tune is going to apply to them in their unique situation. The track is quite ambiguous and not necessarily very upfront with what it's saying or what it's portraying, so it's definitely up for interpretation.
these weeds tonight when the light seems loud and the sound.
So, Blüm. This collaboration with Bon-Psy and I definitely hits a very widespread audience, which is the goal. But I think writing from a more vulnerable place than I'm used to definitely lent itself to that. When Bon-Psy and I first started writing together and kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, both of our meanings and kind of the arc of the song, or before we knew what the arc was going to be, the meaning of what was kind of going on in our own heads kind of mirrored each other, which was amazing. My hopes for Blüm is that anybody who's gone through, the ups and downs of life, trials and tribulations, traumas, depression, anxiety, that they can identify the challenging stepping stone, and they can relate to the struggle and the overcoming. My personal story started kind of shining through, and there comes a point as an artist where it just feels right to start sharing that side of you. So Blüm is directly about domestic violence through the life cycle of a flower and how these two experiences intertwine and kind of reflect on one another. It's 2021 and there's still this incredible stigma around people coming out and telling their truth, and I think society's kind of dampened the strength that it takes to tell people your story, to get help, and to kind of keep silent, in protection of your kids or your own life. We just need more awareness that this does happen, and there might be someone very close to you that can't speak about it, and we don't even know that it's happening. Blüm for me kind of became like this feeling of serenity, because it really is just about your journey. It's not giving light to the abuser. It's giving light to you and your journey and the beautiful, beautiful flower that you've become and the garden that you made. And just know that it's gonna be okay, and that your story is your own and it's not your fault. Relating Blüm back to kind of every degree of trauma, it really speaks to the gratitude of your story, the love that you spread and the love that people spread to you, and kind of peeling back the layers and making something of the garden that you were dealt. It's not always pretty, but never let your soul and your spirit stop growing.
And that is me and Shauni's rundown of our latest tune, Blüm. If you like the track, let us know down below in the comments, and if you haven't heard it already, there'll be a link to the tune in the description below as well. Thank you for watching, and take care.